Okay.
Okay, it's bloody freezing, and it's what day are we on now? It's Saturday. It's St Andrew's Day, and Sid has come down all the way from Aberdeen, where he started on the 11th of September for the Walk of Justice. There's been many ups and downs and pitfalls. He's been joined by Ardjuna, who has been with the transport. There's been other people who've joined into who've had problems. 11th of September, myself and Sid were due to walk this leg, but as soon as we started promoting about it, I was issued with a committal to prison in breach of my injunction for speaking about my story. So my story is now about to go public with Sid and many other people who have faced injustices via the system, whose human rights have been violated. And Sid is now about to head off to start the next 14 days, and he will be in London for the 14th of December, no, 13th of December, the date that my children were taken a year ago on 13th of December 2012, unlawfully by Mould Flintshire, and many other people have lost their children to forced adoption, children in foster care, and we're campaigning for Home for Christmas. Whether it works or not, we don't know, but we're going to give it a bloody good try. Get our kids back, at least get the parents in support. Sid's going down with a bunch of letters. The People's Voice are going to keep in contact with him every day. He's got a great team behind him, and we just want everybody to support Sid as he walks down to London, sends a letter to Parliament. He's already been to the Scottish Parliament and served their papers there. And then after this, he's going off to the European Courts of Human Rights. So I'm going to say hello to Sid. How's he feeling? Are you ready?
Yeah. I'll have to sit here a long way trying to get going, and it's a bit late at night now, but the Walk of Justice starts. David Cameron the other week was talking about warning other countries about their human rights issues, yet the human rights issues in this country are as bad as anybody's, especially the rights of children. When David Cameron was on this morning programme, he was given a list of paedophiles. His answer to that was, I hope this isn't going to be a gay witch hunt. Well, no, it's not going to be a gay witch hunt. In fact, we'd like the gay people to come and forward and help us fight child abuse and stuff like that. And with the courts stealing children from, with all kinds of false allegations, there's a baby stolen. I wrote to David Cameron about a baby being stolen from Spain. The baby was stolen by Bridgend Social Services and armed police. They traced the mother, went to Spain, and that's where the baby was born. So it wasn't even born in this country. And the police and social services traced the mother down. They wrenched the baby out of the mother's arms. Now that is child abuse. They gave an address for the parents and grandparents to see that baby the following day, and it was non-existent. So that was a lie too. The baby was stolen without any legal documents and taken from them in the High Courts in London. Now, this is only one case, and I've written to Downing Street, I've written to the Queen, I've written to my local MP, Jeremy Lefroy, and none of them have done anything about it. I did have a letter from the Education Department who said that the stories you read in the paper are not always true, and that we only think of the best interest of the child. Well, it wasn't in the best interest of the child when she was forcibly wrenched out of the arms of her mother, screaming and kicking. And the human rights of children to be protected from being stolen through false allegations, it has to be fought. Gagging orders is another order. This also has to be abolished. I'd like to know what kind of country we're living in and what kind of politicians we've got. When after the Dunblane tragedy, Tony Blair protected paedophiles on 100-year secrecy laws. We were told the immunity is to protect children. I don't think so. It's only to protect paedophiles. And Jack Straw brought in another gagging law that stops parents and children complaining about abuse in care homes. What sort of people are these? These are human rights issues as bad as anybody's. And it's time the gagging orders that stopped parents campaigning to get their own children back that they've not armed was abolished. It's time that secret courts and forced adoptions without a parent's consent were all abolished, and immunity. Immunity is against the child's human rights to be protected. They're the most defenceless and vulnerable people. That the only people who seem to get any kind of protection is the paedophiles in positions of power. They've got to be brought to justice, the same as everybody else.
Can we just ask you then, Sid, why is this so important to you? Why is this walk so important to you?
Because it's all about child abuse and human rights issues that are being violated by our government and this corrupt social justice system. They'll have to be taken to the Court of Human Rights, and if the Court of Human Rights won't remove the immunity for paedophiles who are still abusing children while they're protected from prison, then the Court of Human Rights has no right to work under that name, and that they must forfeit the name human rights, because they are violating children's human rights too. They're violating parents' human rights, and the issue has to be fought.
And what date do you hope to be in London by?
Well, by the 13th of December, we hope to be in London, and we're looking for everybody that has gone through this. Where they've had the children removed. There's a Nigerian woman, family have had 6 children removed. A lady from America had hers removed, and then she was banned from the country. These are not just laws, and they have to be changed. There has to be human rights for children and families. And that's all we can say. It's just a corrupt system that's just to protect the people in high positions of power that have no rights to be protected for what they do.
Well, we're all watching. We're all going to have our eyes on you. The People's Voice is going to cover you each day. We're going to check in you on social media, have the main media watching you, hoping for people to bring their stories out. If you want Sid to tell your story, then send over onto Facebook the story of your violation of human rights, and Sid will do a video about your story, and you can choose whether to have your name, your children's name, or whether you want anything edited, and Sid will speak these out and catch up with us on the People's Voice. And tomorrow Sid will be on Freedom Talk Radio with myself for the Sunday night wind-up show, and we wish you all the best, Sid. Give us a big hug.
Thank you.
And a hug from Andrea. Yeah, you always get a bigger squeeze. If you say it's a hug from Andrea, you'll get a bigger squeeze.
And all the letters that are sent will also be taken to Downing Street. So David Cameron will have no excuse for the amount of abuse that's going on in this country. He'll have to do something about it. And if he thinks he's going to accuse other countries of human rights issues, and he has to get them right here. And if he wants to be a human rights campaigner, and he can start by protecting the most vulnerable and defenceless children in this country.
Love and light, Sid.
Love and light.
All right.